very quickly, very fast, we had that idea that we wanted to do kind of wedding between cinema documentary, mainly based on the work of Philippe Brault with photo, and interactivity. Can we mix a long story on the internet with participation, debates, video game inside? So that was the feeling at very beginning of the work. We had that feeling in mind. And because, a lot of people say that on the internet you have to do short movie, 2 minutes and a half. And we said, no, we think it's okay, it can work, and definitely can work with short story. I've done some program with short stories. But why don't we try to use all the space we have on the internet to tell a long story and take time to do investigation? We try to imagine interface where the user really feels something of the internet. For instance, when you arrive on the program, after 5 minutes of introduction, you stop at a motel. That motel is not important in the story. It is, but in the program it's very important because it will be used as a base camp for the user. And when you stop at the hotel and we ask you your name to fill a form, like if you were really arriving in a hotel, something happened between the user and the story. Oh, I'm in the story. We don't ask the user to do the investigation, absolutely not. We never speak to him, but we give him a rule like if he was inside the story. And that moment is very important. It's at that point, other people quit, other they dive in, And when they see their name on the screen, when they see that they are not alone on the program, there is maybe 140 people connected exactly at the same time, they feel maybe that something can happen with the other people connected. And even if they don't use it, even if they don't speak, don't chat, there's just a feeling, okay, I'm not alone in the program at that point. In fact, the process of production and creation is quite close to movie documentary process. Directors or authors, they come to me, producer, with an idea, and we work for maybe 3 months on the development stage with my team, with a web designer, interactive producer, coder, programmer. We do brainstorm about the story, but brainstorm also about the format. Then when we have something strong enough, we go to a broadcaster, and in France, Arte is one of the most innovative broadcaster in that area. And we came to them and say, okay, that's the story we want to tell. We have that idea to do it like that, but where people, where the internet user will be really involved in the investigation. We did 2 periods of shooting. First, 3 weeks in Colorado to check about the investigation. So they were there mainly to interview people. Then they came back in France. Then with that first material, we work on the story and we decide to make a road trip. And then they came after for 3 weeks again, and mostly for no more interview, only for picture to help to tell us that story in a good way. Then we decide to open a lot of way to debate, and we said sometime that Prison Valley is a program that carries by himself the tools of the debate. So you have several ways to debate, just chatting with people, just reacting, say I like, I don't like, which is not so clever, by the way, saying I like or I don't like. I totally agree, but it's a beginning of participation. A lot of people, they don't want to write 15 sentences. They just want to be a part of and say, oh, I was emotional by that, or I dislike that. And you are able to discuss on several topics, maybe about economical, maybe about the high security system, etc., etc. And that was one of the big key. You are able to interview the protagonist of the movie. That was something that David Dufresne and Philippe were like, yes, that's what we want to do. We want to show people saying things, but we want also to give them the possibility to answer to their own job of storyteller and also to the audience. One of the biggest things with internet is the relationship with the audience. That's what we like, why we like internet, I guess. You're in touch with the audience immediately. And even at I remember all my life, the day we released it, it was the 22 April in 2010. And we released the program at 8 in the evening. At a 8:15, there was 650 people connected by second. And people were sharing and immediately you see people inside the program. That's something very, very, very strong.